Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I'm in the house with this Benchmade Bugout. This is the 535. It's a very popular knife, and we're going to try to improve the overall feel and look of this guy over here. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content. So let's go ahead, guys, and see, because this is a very cool knife. It's the Bugout. It's very classic. This is a famous knife. It's an evergreen. It's one of the most popular Benchmades. This is a brand new one, so action is still a little bit stiff, but it's fun. It's relatively cheap. I think for the price, they should give you a little bit more than this G10 scales, because look at this. I mean, you can pretty easily flex them, just a couple of standoffs not nicely placed. So the weak point of this guy are the scales. So that's why we are going to intervene in this situation with these two Flytanium scales and this carbon fiber backspacer with two new standoffs, which we have to replace for the, from the original one. So let's do it, guys. So we're gonna need a T6 Torx bit screw for these sets of screws, handle screws, which we are going to put on the mat in their order. So we're gonna know which screws is going where and where it came from. So we should be good under that perspective. And that's the third one, and that's the fourth one. So when you do this, just be careful, because these are blacked out screws, and you might risk to mess them up if you're not too careful, because it's like a coating. These are coated with some paint, so it can be removed if you kind of like scratch them with your driver. So here's your G10 scale with 3 reinforced threads. Interesting, but we prefer the titanium one. So let me just do very gently this movement over here. Nice. So we're gonna need to remove these two guys prior to operate here, because these standoffs, they need to be replaced with these two guys. So what I'm gonna do is just remove the pocket clip from this side, because there's a screw right underneath the pocket clip which we need to remove, which is connected to the standoff, which is this guy. By the way, these standoffs are keyed in, so you see, it's a beautiful thing. You don't need you don't need anything to hold that in place. So this can be out like so, and we're gonna use this standoff right here, and we're gonna use that shape. It's like it's not round, so it has 2 edges, which are gonna help me to keep this one like in place, like so. There you go. So that's gonna be one, okay, which just needs to be held in place. Then we can remove this second one, like very gentle, like so. That can stay there. And we're gonna take this guy right over here in place, and this guy can just be screwed in to hold the standoff like that. And that is done. Next, that's a pretty cool carbon fiber backspacer. Let's see how it's going to look when installed. All right, so that's done. Then we're gonna need the presentation scale. Everything is in place, so you just pinch this guy like that. Let's see. So of course everything has to be like aligned and with 0 gaps, which now we have. So you should be able to hear like a click, something like clicking in place. I mean, it looks almost all right. So let's see. Let's start from this one at the end and very gently there you go. That's one. And then let's do the second one. Because I mean, I think the bug out is it's a really neat one, honestly. I like it very much. So I mean, but it's not perfect. I mean, the scales are super flimsy. So now let me see. Like that. We should be able to screw so that's not touching. That's interesting. Let's see. Feels like, yeah, this doesn't want to grasp the standoff that we just installed. So let's see. That is fine. That is fine. So this one, I see what is going on. So basically this one is not, it's not inside. You see there's a little bit of gap. That's interesting. So let's try one more time. Yeah, this should be good. No, just spinning. Yeah, it's not catching. That's interesting. Maybe let's try this one. Should be the same. But I see that there's still a gap, guys. I don't know what is going on here. Yeah, so let's leave that for last. It's very strange. But anyways, let's see. We're gonna find out what is going on. And there's another 4 screws on this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One is there. And now we need to just push the pivot out. So this you can just try to push it like so with something like plastic. If it doesn't work, you can always put back your T10 and your screw, your pivot screw like that, and just give it a little bit of a turn and then push it, see, outside like so. Then you can remove this guy here and you can just pull out the pivot from the other side, and you're gonna have the scale just coming off like so. So here we can see, first of all, we need to make sure that the washers are kept in place, like so, and they are. That's good. Then this one needs to probably be pushed a little bit down. So we can use something like, that's why. Yeah, it needed to click on the inside, which is a good thing. It did. Looks like it did. Now, this is a D-shaped pivot, so I usually do like that. I try to key it in so that it's gonna go like that, and then you have the scale in place. But in order to fully assemble this guy, you need to pull the axis lock, and then you can push the pivot in. So this one reduces the tension. Then I'm going to use this one to center the washers, because I see that one washer is just a little bit misaligned. And then I should be able to just push it like I just did. And then I'm gonna use the, just use a little bit of blue Loctite just to coat the thread like so. So then this is not gonna go anywhere. Don't use the red one or the purple one, because that's some pretty aggressive strength right there. So that is good. Then we're gonna need T6 back again. So hopefully now we have, exactly, that's perfect. Just tighten everything. Very cool. And here we just need to make it pop so exactly goes snug in. Let's see. Oops. And then we've got the other screws. Nice. Just another couple here. That's very good. And this one doesn't want to go because, yeah, because this wasn't properly pressed in. So now should be good to go. There you go. So yeah, guys, always remember to push, you see, stronger, because the standoffs, they need to, look at this, yeah, you need a little bit more. Standoffs need to be exactly in place. Look at this, no gaps, no anything. That's very good. Probably this a little bit too tight, but it's okay. And let's just do the pocket clip, and we're gonna try to tune the action a little bit, but I'm gonna add some nano oil. But in this case, this is a brand new knife with a DLC coated blade on washer, so I think the action needs a little bit of break-in period to become as fidgety as possible. So just a couple of drops of 10 weight nano oil just to lubricate these washers. It's still like, yeah, see, it doesn't drop shut, so I mean, yeah, kind of, see, no, it's not like, it's too new. Maybe, yeah, it can open like that. It needs some break-in period, so we cannot judge the action like that. but I think, I mean, looks pretty good. I think backspacer is looking good. Probably the clip needs a little bit of upgrade, but overall it's absolutely solid improvement. I mean, these scales are not as flimsy at all as the G10, so looks good. I think it feels great in the hand. I like this milling area, and it feels sturdy, man. It's like, now this is an improved knife for sure. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.